Hi, hello everyone. I am giving video lessons on trigonometry. I am concentrating on the syllabus of Telangana and AP states. It may be almost same for every other state, including CBSE and ICSE in India. Okay, I have already given two lessons. Actually, the syllabus in these two Telugu states is composed of four concepts. They are the definition of ratios, problems based upon the definitions is the first part. The second part is trigonometric ratios of the standard angles 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. The third part is complementary angle relationships, that is 90 minus theta relationships, and the fourth part is the trigonometric identities. There are three trigonometric identities. These are the four parts. I have covered the first part in my first video, the second and third part in the second video, and the last part is being covered in this third video. With this, we will be able to give a synopsis of entire syllabus, but for the solving of problems. A student who has observed all these three videos thoroughly and carefully, if he or she follows carefully these videos, if they view 4 or 5 times by making note of them, definitely they will be able to acquaint with the entire trigonometry of the 10th class syllabus. In this part, I am going to derive the three trigonometric identities. The first and foremost identity is sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. Here, let me recall what is an identity. Already you have studied in the lower classes what is an identity. An identity is an equation which is true for every value of the variable in that equation. Of course, the variables may be one or more. In this all trigonometric identities, we have taken only one variable, that is theta, as variable. The first one, sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1, is called identity for all real values of theta. There is no exception. But this may not be true for the other two identities. Okay, we will tell it later. Now, the identities can be derived by only two concepts. What are those concepts? Number one is the definitions of the trigonometric ratios. Number two is the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse squared is equal to opposite square adjacent square. For in each and every derivation, I have given all the 6 definitions by the side, and the required 2 definitions for every derivation, only 2 definitions are required. They are marked by red color. So concentrate what is there in the red color towards the left. That only, the other 4 parts are not used. What is in the red color is used for this particular derivation. Now, hypotenuse squared is opposite squared plus adjacent squared. Let us divide each and every term by hypotenuse squared. See what happens. Our identity becomes opposite by hypotenuse whole squared plus adjacent by hypotenuse whole squared is equal to hypotenuse by hypotenuse whole squared. As per the definitions, you see back at the end, at the left we are given the definitions. As per the definitions, just apply the definitions. What do you get? Sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. Is it not so simple? Next, the second identity is sec squared theta minus tan squared theta is 1. Of course, it is called conditional identity, unlike the previous identity. Why it is called conditional identity? Here theta cannot take all real values. There are restrictions. I can't give the entire restrictions, but one example only I can give. The entire restrictions will be understood only in the +2 stages. What is a restriction? Just imagine what is the value of the identity towards the left, the value of the expression towards the left side of the identity, sec square theta minus tan square theta. What happens when theta is equal to 90 degree? You know, already in my second video, I think I gave that tan 90 is undefined. So this identity cannot exist for theta is equal to 90 degree. Of course, there are so many other values which are periodic. You will learn them in higher classes. Here also, you see, two definitions are marked with red color. Those two definitions alone, along with the Pythagoras theorem, which is hypotenuse squared is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square, which is converted conveniently. Hypotenuse squared minus opposite squared is equal to adjacent squared is used. What is on right hand side is adjacent squared. We shall divide each and every term by the term which is on the right hand side. So what does it become? Hypotenuse by adjacent whole squared minus opposite by adjacent whole squared is equal to adjacent by adjacent whole squared. Now once again observe the red definitions marked in the red color and just use, you will get the second identity, sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. It is also very simple. The last identity is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. As I told, it is also conditional identity. Why? Because theta cannot take the value 0. Cosec 0 and cot 0 both are undefined. That we have learnt in the previous lesson. That's why it is also a conditional identity. Now to derive this, here also we use the definitions of only cosec theta and cos theta, which are marked in red color. Concentrate on those two, and the Pythagoras theorem, which is converted in the second step as per our requirement by taking opposite square towards the right side, because whatever there in the opposite side, with that term only we divide each and every term. We are getting one more expression. For that expression, just apply the definitions. You will get cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So all the three derivations are very, very simple. One important point: there are three basic identities, but there is only one basic identity, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 is enough. The other two identities are dependent on this identity. We can obtain the second and third identity with the help of first identity. Let us see how it is possible. So let us derive the second identity with the help of first identity. What is the first identity? Recall it. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Make necessary transformation. 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. So whatever, in each one I am following a strategy. Whatever the term on the right hand side, you remember, I make the right hand side conveniently. With that term only I divide each and every term of the previous equation. So what is the right hand term? Cos square theta. Divide each term by cos square theta. What happens? 1 by cos square theta minus sin square theta by cos square theta is equal to 1. What is 1 by cos square theta? We have already learnt it is sec square theta, and also we have learnt sin by cos is tan. So our another identity, the second identity, is obtainable easily with the help of first identity. Similarly, we can obtain the third identity with the help of first identity, which is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Make the transformation by taking the sin square theta on the right side and divide each term by sin square theta. What happens? We get 1 by sin square theta minus cos square theta by sin square theta is equal to 1. Again, we have already learned that the reciprocal of sin is cosec and cos by sin is cot. So our third identity has been proved. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Remember, these identities play vital role. Very, 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 very important. All these three identities, they are very important. 90% of your trigonometry, which is in the plus 2 level, 10th class level, is based upon these identities. But mere remembering these identities is not sufficient. The relations which can be obtained by transformations also are very important. Totally 3 plus 3 plus 4, 10 identities. Of course, there are only 3 identities which are converted into 10 formulae are to be remembered. Let us see what are those 10. The first one is sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. Sin squared theta is equal to 1 minus cos squared theta. Cos squared theta is equal to 1 minus sin squared. Because you have to remember all these identities in both the directions. What means in problems, whenever we get sin squared theta, we may have to substitute 1 minus cos squared theta. On the other hand, in some cases, for 1 minus cos squared theta, we have to substitute as sin squared theta. So you have to learn each and every identity from LHS to RHS as well as RHS to LHS. So the second identity gives 4 formulae. One is the original sec squared theta minus tan squared theta is equal to 1, with which another 3 formulae are obtained by just mere transformation. Tan squared theta minus sec squared theta is minus 1. Sec squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. Tan squared theta is equal to sec squared theta minus 1. These 4 also remembering in both the directions from LHS to RHS, RHS to LHS is very, very important. And last but not the least is cosec squared theta minus cot squared theta is 1. Cot squared theta minus cosec squared theta is minus 1. Cot squared theta is cosec squared theta minus 1. Cosec squared theta is equal to 1 plus cot squared theta. Now, what is the entire concept to be remembered to get grip of 10th class trigonometry? I recall, one is the definition of the 6 definitions of the trigonometric ratios. Second is the reciprocal relations. Third one is the values of the standard angles. Fourth one is the identities and also complementary angle relations. Fifth one, these 5 concepts bear in mind, you will get good grip in trigonometry. So what all I have explained in this video is there on the screen. What is the gist is there on the screen. It will be displayed for few seconds. Those who are interested may take either screenshot or play the video number of times to note down. Thank you. Subscribe for my YouTube channel Math Murthy. Have a nice day. Thank you.